I'm honored to be here today and to have this opportunity to speak before you. The energy in this room shows there is still hope for the future of our country. Fellow Ohioans, my name is Jeremy Swartz, and I'm asking to be your next United States Senator. We in Ohio, as well as all the citizens in this great country, have come to realize that business as usual in Washington has not yet destroyed, but greatly weakened the foundation of our nation. A foundation that was built by generations of great leaders, such as Washington, Jefferson, and Reagan. As an Ohioan that loves this country and our state, I firmly believe we are on the cusp of great change. Not a change we can believe in, as we have been promised time and time again by our president. More so, it's a change we can sink our teeth in. Change to return the Senate seat in Massachusetts back to the people for the first time since 1972. The change I believe we are seeing will aid in the drive to set term limits for members of Congress that will prevent the future hijacking of Senate seats. I envision a change that will no longer muffle the voices of the citizens of Ohio, as it has been for years, through closed-doors meetings with labor unions, outright bribery for votes, 1,000-page bills that most of us do not want, and backroom deals with Wall Street tycoons and lobbyists instead of Main Street American citizens such as yourselves. The change I intend to bring to Ohioans is a megaphone blaring. We, the people of the state of Ohio and the United States of America, are fed up with the constant business as usual mentality in Washington, D.C. We want to go back to having a country that is the envy of citizens throughout the world. This is supposed to be a country where politicians are elected on their merits by the people. Not a country where they sell out to those inside the Beltway and forget the people. My fellow Ohioans, I'm asking you to join me in this fight for preservation of everything we stand for as Americans. If we are truly going to ride our course as a nation, we need action. Thomas Jefferson said, "A Bill of Rights is what the people are entitled to against every government, and what no just government should refuse or rest on inference." I see this as meaning that long before massive government entitlements and frivolous, meaningless laws that encroach upon our rights and our personal freedoms, Thomas Jefferson was expressing views on governmental intrusion into the lives of its people. Our forefathers never meant for a government to be weaved into the fabric of American businesses. The separation of business and government is what enabled our country's industrial revolution and launched the United States into one of the great superpowers of the 20th century. I believe our federal government's role is not as an iron fist directing the lives of the American people, but rather it's a tool reflecting the will of the American people.
Amen.
Something that has slowly been lost throughout the last many years. The federal government should be providing security and defense for American people, not trying terrorists in New York City like any other common criminal, or housing those terrorists who seek to kill us Americans in American prisons beside someone who stole from the neighborhood store. Nor does the federal government have the right to impede on the sovereignty of individual states that make up our great country through mandates or other far-reaching laws in which they have imposed or seek to impose. In Ronald Reagan's first inaugural address, he said, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem. From time to time, we've been tempted to believe that society has become too complex to be managed by self-rule. That government by an elite group is superior to government for, by, and of the people. Well, if no one among us is capable of governing himself, then who among us has the capacity to govern someone else? This couldn't be any more true today. As we have seen through the massive expansion of federal government, those with power believe they know what is best for those without power. This needs to end now, and shouldn't continue, and we allow it to go unchecked. We will continue to spiral out of control with unbridled spending and self-serving politicians. Our country is on the verge of doom. The current administration has lost millions of jobs by following a socialistic model. We need to return to the principle of capitalism and elect people who know how to create jobs, while at the same time not spending future generations into deepening massive budget deficits. In closing, we can understand the ideals and thought process of our founding fathers through their quotes. We can also learn a lot about present-day politicians from their quotes. For example, in the State of the Union address on Wednesday, President Obama finished by saying this, "I don't quit." Well, Mr. President, on behalf of the majority of the American people whose voice you fail to hear and listen to, I am asking you to quit. Quit trying to ram down the throats a health care bill we do not want. Quit Jeremy Swartz, and I want to be your next United States Senator.
Questions?
Anybody have any questions?
Over here, Dad.
I like your passion there.
Thank you.
Would you be in favor of decentralizing the government of the United States as far as having Congress possibly meet over the internet and put the candidates back in their home state?
Correct. Actually, the first person who contacted me in a video, I'm for returning the politicians back to their communities, staying in Columbus, and meet in Washington once a year, maybe twice if that's what's needed. But yes, absolutely. Any other questions?
My question is the same as the first question that was asked. Why are you running as an independent? Don't you realize that if we split our vote, nobody's going to win?
Actually, I'm not going to be running as an independent. I'm collecting signatures currently. I'll be running as a Libertarian candidate. So you will have an extra choice on the ballot. The Libertarian Party is just as, even though it's a minor party, it's just as good as any other candidate out there.
It still splits the vote.
If we go, it's not about Republican and Democrat though. It's about the person. If I don't have the qualifications to do the job, or he doesn't have the qualifications, or anybody else, it shouldn't matter what party they are. Your vote is
Still splits the vote.
You cannot, until we go to a
I don't care if it's independent, libertarian, whatever it is, we need only one to run against the Democrat.
Well, this is true. But when you have 15 or 20 people, you know, we have a pool of people. We need to take those people and find the best of those people, and then when November rolls around, then they're going to have to vote their conscience. They'll vote for the best person. It's not, and I don't look at it as splitting the vote, right? If everybody thinks like that.
Next question. We need to move on.
I'm sorry.
I was handed this by somebody else that wanted me to ask a question. How are you feeling about our Navy SEALs and how they're being court-martialed for slapping a terrorist?
I don't think they should be court-martialed. I think we should do whatever it takes to find out who's going to kill us, who wants to kill us, and when they want to kill us, and then we need to go kill them before they come kill us. And whatever happens, that's my answer.
I'll take the question.
Anything else?
Yeah, I've got one for you here. This is a conversation I've had with one of our current senators. We talk about a reliance on foreign oil and natural gas and other entities. There's this body of water just north of here called Lake Erie that is estimated to have over 1 trillion cubic yards of natural gas. Canada has been drilling into that body since 1884. Will you support us doing the same?
I'm very glad you asked that question, because just yesterday I read an article in the Wall Street Journal that said President Obama gave $2 billion to Brazil to drill for oil. That $2 billion he gave to Brazil we could have spent right here, put people to work, and got our own energy where we don't have to rely on foreign countries. Any other questions?
That went to George Soros.
That's actually absolutely correct. He's the founder.
There you go.
He's in that company.
Mr. Swartz, if you're elected, how many terms will you serve?
I am totally for term limits. One's not bad, but two. Any more than two, we limit our president. We limit how long people can serve in Columbus. There's no reason members of the House and Senate should not have term limits either.
Let's hear it for these U.S. Senate candidates.